Alright, and now it's time for another mailbag. But before I start this mailbag, I wanted to mention that I bought this Wasabi Power. It's a battery charger for an NP-BX1 Sony battery that looks like this. And the batteries it came with are fine, but the actual charger itself is dead. It's extremely light. There's not much in here. So I don't recommend it, the Wasabi Power. It died exactly 6 days after my refund window closed on Amazon. So don't buy that one. This is what the batteries that it charges look like. Alright, and now it's time for mailbag. Okay, today's mailbag, 4 items or 4 packages. The first one comes from, well, it's got a big smile on it. Today we're opening a package from Amazon. Let's see what we got here. Oh, so this is for videoing. This is actually an HDMI CVBS, also known as composite video adapter, so I can record classic consoles and TV play games, or TV games. Jacks, Jack Pacific. Anyway, I look forward to this. It's pretty cool. So I guess I can open it up, give you an idea of what it looks like. Alright, I like these little boxes, very nice. Okay, and so that's just about it. Just this, oh, it's metal. That's pretty good. I thought it was plastic, but it is metal. Very nice. It says CVBS-to-HDMI on it. And it has the following options. Now, you can buy these with lots of different options. This one just had one between 720 and 1080p as the upscale value. And it has a DC 5-volt USB connector there. So, it's just... goes from RCA to HDMI, and that's fine. That's all I need. The other one of the models had a second switch. I think it went between PAL and NTSC. Actually, that might have been a good purchase, but I think I read something about this automatically does something. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but yeah. It was just probably too prohibitively expensive, and pretty much everything I have is NTSC anyway. So, there's that. Let's see what else is in the package. Oh, it's a USB cable that I dropped. Okay. So, it's one of these style connectors. These cables are actually, in my collection. I don't have a lot of them. I have enough now, but I always seem to be putting them away. Maybe there's a box of them hiding somewhere. And a tiny, tiny user manual. Very cute. Very nice. I don't think I'll be reading it. I think I said 4 items, but it's really 4 packages, so we don't know how many items there will be. But anyway, it's always a surprise. So I actually wanted to quickly show this off. This is a SD to IDE. Show you what it looks like. Very nice. It has board mounting screws. Takes a Molex power or your floppy drive power on the one side, and then of course IDE on the back end. Very nice. I did want to mention, actually, this reminded me, I made my first circuit board. So I'm from the software realm. I spent most of my career in software, and to make a circuit board for me was just so cool. I used JCL PCB and Easy EDA. I have a feeling there's a problem with it, and I did think of a better design after I bought it. But it's my first one, so you'll expect that. What else do we get? Oh, yes, and this is also a video-related thing. So this is the HD60 Pro. It's for capturing to a computer a HDMI stream. Doesn't do 4K, pretty high frame rates, 60 frames per second. I have a machine already picked out. It does have a pass-through as well. And we're going to use this to do some of the capturing required for this channel, along with Drew, who you may have met by watching the Let's Play series of Retrofriends. But anyway, I took the chance and got this. It was not cheap. It was not that expensive, but it's a lot of money. It's not something I can really recommend or not, because I have no idea what it's going to be like, but it seemed to be the best one with the most features that would maybe make it the easiest. I think one of the first things you learn as a video creator is that you have to deal with all sorts of work required of video creators, and this is certainly going to help us. I don't mind filming directly onto a screen. I think that's fine, and as long as there isn't that moire effect or some other interference effect, I'm happy with it. But in some cases you want higher quality, and Drew is a stickler for high quality capturing, so he's actually going to get a portable one, I believe, and then I'm going to get this one. And this one is, I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet. I have a special machine for it, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. Other than capture gaming, and possibly other things. I did buy this in lieu of buying Camtasia, although I may end up buying Camtasia as well. I actually already own Camtasia, I just need to upgrade it to the latest version, so I can do some of the tutorial videos for programming, which I want to do, as well as video game design. So that's it from Amazon. Next item. Oh, I don't know if I said it. This is the Elgato HD60 Pro. All right. So the next item comes from Hong Kong, one of my favorite places to buy things, next to Shenzhen and a couple of other joints, or Shenzhen, as they say. But regardless, this is a self-proclaimed USB emulator with a value of $8.67, which really isn't that off from probably what I did pay, although I probably paid less than that. But pretty cool. So USB emulator. USB emulator. Well, let's see here. Oh, okay, yeah, this thing's actually, I hope this works out. So this is either an actual Gotek or a knockoff Gotek USB port. And what you do is you plug the back end of this thing, which is slightly bent, by the way, into a floppy drive. You plug the floppy drive power in there. You plug the floppy drive cable in there. And then you plug a USB stick into the front. There's a couple of buttons, I guess, for selecting files or something. Not any manual, but I'm sure there's something online about this. Very excited to try this out. I'm probably going to end up using this in... Well, I don't really know. I wonder if it would work in some of the oldest machines I have. But I'll probably end up using this in the 7400 monorail system or my Pentium. Or maybe actually I use this in the SparcStation. It really depends on how easy it is to get it going. The SparcStation would be great. We actually kind of haven't solved that problem. But the thing about the SparcStation is that it actually has a working hard drive in it, which I'm not 100% satisfied. I mean, that won't last forever. But it'd be nice to have that around. All right, that's it for that package. Looks like we got one down here. If I can just reach it. Got it. So this is from Roland Street, City of Industry. So very industrial area of California. There's something famous from that place, but I don't know what it is. Well, I got a Harry's catalog, which I've never heard of before. Let's see. I got a $50 gift card for HelloFresh. Hey, thanks, Amazon. I've already used this once, but okay. Yes, so this is a burst SSD. So, a little backstory. Here are some photographs of the last of Sound Solutions, Inc. Apparently a company that went defunct, and I bought two of their machines. There's a slightly older Pentium model, or not even Pentium. I'm not even sure what they are, but I think they're a 2 gigahertz machine or maybe a 1.5. And they need hard drives And one of them's pretty cool, actually. It's all low profile. These are tiny, like, media station machines. I got them for a total of $30 for two of them. And they actually, one of them has a dual network interface, which I'm not even sure what you would use that for. Let me just quickly look up here and see if there's a way to dual Ethernet interface. Purpose. Like, what is the purpose? Best practices for using multiple NICs. I don't really know. Maybe the design is to double your networking speed. Maybe the design is to have a second network that's private. But I thought I'd play with that. But I needed a hard drive for it, and so now I have one. This was $23. It's a 120 gigabyte SSD. It's not top of the line or anything, but I don't know. It was built in California, made in Taiwan, so packaged in California. Windows and Mac, low profile, SATA 3. Hopefully the SATA 3 is all okay, but I think that should be fine. And I don't know, for $23, it seemed like a pretty good deal. I probably should have gotten two. I think they went back up to $30, but 120 gigs isn't a ton of space, but these computers are a little bit older. Plus, I'm debating on getting maybe a large multi-terabyte drive that's in them, but this will get me started. Well, I think that's about it today. Oh, wait, there is one more. So, this is a very cool package, don't you think? And this is for a video that is a long time in the make. I'm actually opening this without Alejandro here. Alejandro is another retro friend. But we're popping this thing open. This is from Jimco Electronics, Seattle, Washington. Or something like that, Bellevue, Washington. It's from Belmont, California. My bad. Alright, anyway, I think they have a Washington office, or Seattle. They have a Seattle retail store. Anyway, it's a nice big long package, as you can see, and it is full of electronics components, so I can just get it open without damaging it. I think it's designed, actually, that you do damage it. But there we go. And then these parts are for a couple of different projects, some of which I'm not 100% certain of. By the way, I almost held off on this mailbag because there is some other stuff coming, but I'm going to have to wait till next week to see that. I just love doing mailbags. It's a fun for me to open the stuff. I'm sure it's interesting for you to look at. And it lets me kind of give you an overview of what's going on here at the Retrolab. Alright. IC straightener. I don't have one, so I got one. Wasn't the cheapest thing on the menu, but wasn't that expensive. Alright, so an IC straightener, briefly, is a way for you to put the IC so that it basically does what this picture is showing you. It straightens the pins so that you can put it in a socket or in a board or something. Nice. See, what happens is Camtasia breaks and they don't update it, and then Windows changes, and it's just a stupid scam. I mean, let's be honest. That's why Linux is king. They ought to sell Linux software, but anyway. Alright, so what we have here is a whole bunch of 64K X1, or, yeah, X8, X1, chips for various older IBM PCs and clones. I'm still working on a motherboard that I want to sell. And anyway, I bought a whole bunch of these because I seem to be doing this a lot, and they don't last forever, so it's good to have some on hand. I think I'm done buying these old chips. They're like $1 each, and this is like something along the lines of, well, I think I got a discount so I could get 100 for like $71. And I mean, let's just talk about how worthless even the new chips, which are refurbished, break. So, I don't know what to tell you. This is a waste of money. And I'm going to get out of doing those retro machines that are just so old. It's time to move on. I want to do a lot of newer designs, and this stuff is... it's just a little bit too old. It's not even that interesting once you get it working. but I like the green screens and the amber vision, if you will, screens. So put this aside. Inside there's some more components. You may or may not be able to see them until I get a macro lens. I can't really do a lot of close-ups, but I'll show you basically that there are some clear ICs, four legged ICs in here, and these are crystal clear LEDs, so they look white, but they glow red, which is kind of neat, and they're a DIP form factor, so they sit on the board. I have some ideas about how I'll use them, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Some of this is just to experiment with what could be, so I got these things. And Lite-On is one of my favorite lighting manufacturers for electronics components. They make a lot of the classic, avionics switches that I just love, and sadly they aren't produced anymore, but they make some of the best looking electronic lighting components, and some of them are very nifty, like matrix displays and stuff like that. I really hope that they one day bring back some of their old form factors. By the way, I don't think I have an example of this right now, but my favorite switch company is NKK, which is out of Japan. Oh, those switches are sexy. Super expensive. I mean, we're talking like $150 a switch. And if you want to get an old one, I mean, not everyone, but a lot of their switches are like 30, 40 bucks each, and they're for multi-million-dollar systems that require high reliability, specialty features, and all sorts of stuff. I mean, your normal switch is like 20, 30, maybe a buck, 20, 30 cents US, but NKK, they have like the flip top. It's like the bomb's button, is an NKK. I love it. All right, so these are also red green LEDs, dual color. I believe that's why there are 3 pins, and this is a LED that also is clear, so you wouldn't know what color it is until it lights up, which I think is a pretty cool technology. Here we have more of these tiny IC packages. These are water clear red, and I think they're almost identical to these. I buy multiple versions. Yeah, see, they have slightly different. This one is an LTL911 VEKSA, and the other one is an LTL912 VEKSA. So they're very similar. I'm not really sure what's different, so now I own both, and we'll find out. Here we have a dual set of 10 indicator bar graphs, which I'll do something cool with. Bar graphs are kind of expensive for what they really are. I mean, essentially, they're a whole bunch of LEDs in a single package, but that's a pretty cool one. I just want to get some samplings of LED bar graphs, so I got this one. Now, it appears red on red, and they may be red, but I have a feeling that might be tape. I'm not sure. Sometimes they come with protective tape. All right, we've got an IC here. What is it? An 199635A. Yeah, it is an unmarked IC. No, it says LTV844. Well, it has a... Oh, this is a clock. It might be for something. I wish I remembered. That's part of the thing. You buy this stuff and you're like, it's like 3 weeks ago, And you're like, oh yeah. And these are just, I think I had to add some stuff on or something, or I got these for free. These are just the rail tube stops for these rail tubes. So it's this thing. And I got 10 of them. Not really, because if you lose one, then what are you going to do? Now you have a rail tube you can't use, and you have to use tape. Nobody wants to use tape. Well, pin 1 is, the year cut. So this is a clock driver, basically. This lets you store a date. Wait, a year, date, week, month. I guess I'm going to make a clock or something. I'm not really sure why that matters. Alejandro will be coming by. You'll get to meet him. He's doing the Tiny House series. He's also got his own thing with a blog and some other stuff. And the tiny house is we're building on the back of a flatbed trailer. It's known as a gooseneck trailer. We're building a tiny house. And I'll show you how that goes with our retro friends over there. But Al is also a mechanical engineer with a little bit of electrical, so I think it's electromechanical. And he's going to come over and help me troubleshoot this motherboard that just is not working. But of course, none of this can be filmed without batteries that are charged, and since this charger does not work, I'm pretty peeved. Well, listen, have a great day. Thanks for watching, Mailbag. If you want to help keep this channel going and keep our interest in this channel to make new and exciting things for you and keep it interesting for everybody involved, please bop on over to our Patreon. But even before you do that, you can help us in other ways. You can also raise awareness on Twitter. Ask your friends to subscribe. You can subscribe. You can like us, like our videos, comment, talk to us. Say hi to Drew. We're trying to get this going, just a new perspective on everything. We are not sponsored by any companies. We are self-funded. We are grassroots. And we just like exploring this stuff. And we hope you like exploring it with us. So please bop on over to that Patreon, and $1 a month buys me a couple of LEDs, or goes towards buying one of these optocouplers, or gosh, it would take 30 of you to buy one of these a month, but we don't need one every month. And we're happy to put our own money in, but we just think that the channel could be so much better if we were freed from some of our engagements and had a little bit more money to spend on each video. Some of the upcoming projects include a free open source game engine with lots of work put into it for years and years. Slowly released over time. It might be open source, it might not be. You know, I don't know what I'm saying a lot of the time. But I do know that Drew will be back to do some Let's Plays, and Al's going to make his tiny house. I'm going to work on every crazy gizmo and gadget I can on my days off, which is when I make these videos. So please like and subscribe, tell your friends, and thank you so much for watching.